long time no see. Last time I think we both talked to one another was maybe a year ago at our last high school class reunion, remember? Lizzie, why are you talking to me right now? Why are you being so rude to me with that type of response? Well, from what I remember last time, you and I really aren't on the best of terms, are we? What are you talking about? So you have no clue what I'm talking about then? And that's why I'm asking, what are you talking about? I'm talking about what happened at last year's class reunion. About how at that reunion last year, you started talking to Markmore, who was from a different class, mind you, than us, and had just gotten married, and then started a relationship with him, leading to him divorcing his new wife. Oh, you know about that? Well, yeah, of course I do, because this all happened during the class reunion. Also, there is only one high school in this small town that we've all gone to, and since everyone around here is our age, it wasn't hard to find out all the information about what happened. Oh, I see. So that would mean I'm pretty popular, right? But what I'm trying to get at is that you are a total jerk for doing something like that, and I don't want to be part of your life or your inner circle, okay? Well, what happened is all in the past. You can't change that. And Mark and I have been apart for some time now, so that whole story is over with. At this point in time, I'm on to someone else entirely that I really want to start a relationship with. Oh, is that right? So why do you have to come to tell me about your new-found adventures? We barely even talked at the last class reunion, so I don't understand why you're talking to me now like the two of us are BFFs or something. Oh, that's right. So right now I'm living over in Rochester, right? In Rochester? And it turns out that the customer I'm working with at my job just happens to be your husband, Kevin. Oh, is that so? We happened to talk for just a little bit, but then he told me that he's been over here in Rochester for business, and he had to live over here for half a year now, right? That's true. Something about that. He said that the CEO of his company is really happy with all of the work he's been doing for the company, and that the CEO would like him to stay working over in Rochester for just a little while longer. Is that also true? I think so. Why didn't your husband end up taking you with him over to Rochester if he's going to be working there for longer than half a year now? I mean, you both haven't had any children yet either, right? Well, I guess we haven't had kids yet, but why does that even matter to you? What are you trying to get at with all of this? Also, the reason I haven't gone with him is because I'm a full-time employee myself, and my work is here. Well, why don't you just quit your job and stay with your husband in Rochester? Because it isn't easy as you think it is to do something like that. Recently, I've just joined a new project that is set to really help with this company's future, and if I was to just up and leave right now, that doesn't sit right with me and my character. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if you come to live here or not with him. Look, I can't entertain you anymore. I've got some customers coming soon, so I think our conversation is done, okay? Oh, is it now? Well, okay then. Bye-bye. Shanna, it's been a while. What do you want? Really? You're still going to give me the cold shoulder like before? I have no reason to be friendly with some girl that I was never friends with in high school and who has a bad reputation of stealing other people's men. Bad reputation? Stealing men? What do you want, Lizzie? I've had enough of this. You've hurt me one too many times now, so I'm going to make a scene. What are you talking about? Right now, I'm living with your husband in his apartment in Rochester together. My husband? That's right. I'm living with Kevin right now under one roof. Right, right? I'm sure you're so surprised by some kind of news like this. I'm sure you never expected an old classmate of yours to steal your husband while he was away from home for work. But it's your fault, after all, for not coming along with him and moving all the way out to Rochester to be with him. I happen to understand the loneliness that he's been feeling all this time. I had to go through the same thing, leaving the hometown I love to come all the way out to a different town, a different world, and work with no friends around. The fact that we both have experienced the same loneliness now made it all the more easier for us to grow close to one another. I'm not here to listen to you gush on and on about your supposed new love feelings. Just tell me what it is you want. If not, I'm gonna hang up. What? Oh, just let me make this story a bit more dramatic, all right? I'm getting really fed up with you wasting my time over something I don't care about. That's why I want you to just get to the point. All right. So impatient. In other words, since you never went along to accompany your husband on his trip away from home for work, I'm able to take him in as my own and show him my love, which means that I've won. And that's all I've been wanting to say. I see. So, in other words, you're back to stealing other people's husbands. Okay. No, it's your fault for not coming along with him to help keep him from feeling lonely. So with all of that being said, I'm going to be taking Kevin away from you now. I'm so sorry for stealing him from you. Okay, now can you listen to me for 1 second? Kevin and I have been divorced for a little while now. What? Him and I got divorced over half a year ago. Huh? Back then, you had stated messaging me again about Kevin and all of that, crap you were asking me about, remember? Well, 2 weeks after you and I talked for a little bit, he and I got a divorce and then stopped talking to one another. So, you both aren't married anymore? Yep, we are divorced. Ex-husband, ex-wife, that's where we are now. And now, I just want to ask you something. When did you and Kevin start having this loving relationship with one another? About 4 months ago to this day. And since when have the two of you started to live together? I think around 2 months ago or so. And you never heard about any of this from Kevin? Not that I'm aware of. Hold on a second. There are times he'll get calls from someone that sounds like his wife, and he'll even get these large text messages from her. And just recently he told me that his wife would be coming over and asked me to stay out of the house for the evening. Actually, that's happened quite a few times now. That's him talking about you been coming out to see him here in Rochester, right? No, that's not me he's talking to, Lizzie. Then him saying his wife is coming over... Who the heck is he talking about then? That's his wife. Perhaps he got married to another woman since him and I got the divorce? Who could have gotten married to him now? Well, it might be with the woman he was cheating on me back when we were together. What? And now that we're talking about it, to think that after getting divorced by me for cheating, he'd marry that woman and then start cheating on her. He is a complete idiot. Hold on a sec. Do you have any idea who that woman is that he was cheating on you with before? Oh, yeah, of course, I know her. It would have been very difficult for me to get any money in the divorce through a settlement if I had no idea who she was, so I made sure to look her up. Tell me who she is. I think she might be the daughter of someone you already know. Who is it? She happens to be the daughter of the CEO that is currently running the company you're working for. In other words, Kevin is married to the daughter of the CEO of his customer's company. No, wait. He cheated on you with the daughter of my current CEO? Yep, she happened to be 18 years old now and doesn't really work any, nor does she seem to be going to school. 18 years old? Well, it's been a while since then, so yeah, she's like 19 years old now.
How the heck did he even have time to meet her? Did he stalk her at high school or something?
I think it was in her last year of high school. She ended up working at the company that Kevin works for, and I guess while she was there, she ran into him. Things just started to go wild from then on out. And well, since the two of them were never getting any work done in the office building, if you know what I mean, Kevin's higher-ups chose to have him move to that office over in Rochester so that he wouldn't be distracting the co-op from doing her job. But even though he moved out to Rochester, Kevin and that other woman still found a way to make it work.
What the heck?
And since she happens to be the daughter of a CEO, when I divorced Kevin, she was able to pay off all of the adultery charges. There was no problem. And I think she even helped Kevin pay me as well.
This is all way too messed up. What the freaking heck? How is he married to a 19-year-old?
I'm in the same boat as you. What Kevin's been up to is completely messed up. Also, I believe that the reason those two aren't living together yet is because they still don't have a place to move into together. They're probably having it built right now using her parents' money or something. And the only reason she'd be his wife already is because she got pregnant, and so they went to the courthouse and handed in their marriage papers.
You think she's pregnant?
That's what I'm thinking when you connect all the dots together. And by this point, she'll probably be having his baby next month or the month after that. I don't even know how many weeks she is.
No, wait. Hold on a second. This was all... I was just doing all this with the plan of stealing your husband from you. But now you're telling me that I'm stealing him from the daughter of my CEO?
Why the hell were you trying to steal Kevin from me in the first place, Lizzie?
That's because I really hate you, Shayna.
Oh, really?
You always had the best scores in high school, and you were loved by all the teachers and all the other boys. You always acted like you were on cloud 9 the whole time we were in high school. I was so totally pissed off at you, and I wanted everything that you had. And it made me start to really hate you, and I have not been able to get you off of my mind since.
Wow, I was wondering if there was something you held against me, and that is it, huh?
To me, all of that has really stuck with me and made me want to see you suffer.
Is that right?
Also, when Kevin moved to Rochester to start working at the office, I ran into him and I really started to fall for him. I thought this was finally my chance and that I'd be able to kill two birds with one stone. I'd be able to get the man of my dreams and become really happy, as well as get my revenge on you for being such an awful girl back in high school.
Well, that man of your dreams was the man I threw away for having an affair with the daughter of your CEO behind my back. And it seems that you've started sleeping with her husband now.
What am I going to do? To think that Kevin is really married to the daughter of my CEO right now? If my company was to learn about something like that, I'd be... Hey, what should I do about this?
You really fixing your mouth to ask me something like that? You got yourself into this mess, and I don't want any part of it.
What?
You and Kevin starting that relationship only happened after he and I divorced, so there's no reason for me to have to come and help you out, okay? That would be pretty stupid of me if I was to help you right now.
But you're his ex-wife!
So what? If I, his ex-wife of all people, were to start sticking my nose into his business like that, then I'd look like a loser in all of this, which I'm most definitely not.
But you're also my friend.
You still think I've been your friend this whole time? Even if I did want to help out here, there's nothing I can do to fix things for you. Especially since you just told me that you hate me.
No way!
I think we are done here, so I have a date with my boyfriend tonight, and I'd really like to start getting ready for him.
You already have another boyfriend already?
Well, I got divorced half a year ago, so it's not strange for me to have a boyfriend already, is it? Bye-bye.
Shayna, what am I supposed to do now? I'm pregnant with Kevin's child. Also, it looks like the daughter of my CEO has figured out that I've been sleeping with her husband now. What should I do? Yesterday, someone heard about how the CEO's daughter has gotten married to one of our customers and also started to talk about Kevin. I think the company I'm in and his company are going to stop doing businesses together now. And since they found out that I've been sleeping with him now, they are planning on firing me. And as for the baby I'm carrying now, what am I seriously going to do about it? I want to be open about something with you, Shayna. Back when everyone found out that I was the one who stole Mark away from his new wife, my family and most of my friends cut ties with me, and I've been on my own ever since. And that's the whole reason I moved out here to Rochester. And then when I met with Kevin, I thought that him and I could have a cute baby together and start a new family out of this town. But now that I've heard from you that he already has another wife, my dreams are all ruined. He's even told me himself that he's already married, which means him and I can't get married. If I can't be with him, then that means I'll have to raise this baby all on my own. Hey, what should I be doing right now to fix this? Shayna, you're reading all of this right now, right? I know that you're a very smart person, Shayna, and that's why I'm messaging you right now, looking for advice. You would never dump me and leave me to deal with all of this all by myself, right? That's not the kind of person you are, right? Right? Shayna! Please say something to me! Your friend is in trouble right now, yet you're not going to help or talk to me at all? What the heck is wrong with you? Shayna!
I was expecting to learn sometime later that Kevin would be willing to pay child support for Lizzie in order to get her to shut up and leave him and his wife alone. But after the DNA test was taken of the baby Lizzie was carrying, it turned out that it wasn't even his in the first place. After causing such a mess for him by saying that the baby was his and getting his young wife involved in the whole mess, she ended up having Lizzie pay a settlement to them and act that she'd never come around them ever again. After Lizzie had paid the settlement, she left for her parents' home with her now very large and noticeable belly. But because her parents weren't all too fond of her, they told her she could stay near them in town, but not in the same home as them. All so that they could make sure the baby had a healthy birth and would later be taken care of by them while pushing Lizzie back out on the street. And when it comes to Kevin, his young wife was pissed at him for what had happened, and soon the news of him sleeping with another woman while married to the daughter of a customer's daughter began to spread within the office. And because of that, his whole company lost faith in him, and he began to receive cold looks from everybody. As of now, with the loss of all of his customers and the company he works for on the brink of bankruptcy due to missing all of their monthly quotas, and as for myself, I have been able to get some mental peace and quiet again after having blocked Lizzie and all of her spam calls. And that boyfriend I told you about earlier, well, he recently proposed to me while we were going on a walk in the park. I already said yes to him, but I just hope that this marriage isn't heard of by Lizzie, because we know how she is when it comes to married men. But now that she's living in a completely different world of having a baby and having to pay off her debt, I'm hoping she doesn't have enough time to do anything stupid like this ever again.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Petra, you're back at Mom and Dad's house again? Next week I'm planning on having Pat come over so that I can introduce him to everyone there. So, Petra, you are really getting in my way by being at their house right now. Hurry up and get out of that house for good. And I am trying. I would really like to be out of this house as soon as possible right now, and I'm planning on being gone soon. But of course, there are still some things I'm not quite over just yet. Not over what? This isn't just about the fact that you went and stole my fiancé from me like that, but the fact that you went and made it sound like I was the one trying to steal him from you all this time. Now I'm totally pissed off about that and can't just let things go anymore. Well, listen here, Petra. I have every right to blame the person in the wrong for doing something wrong, right? You tried to steal Pat from me, you freak! Lacey, your English is getting worse day by day. And your head is getting worse day by day, you idiot! You really do have to get over all this. It was Pat that started to like me more than you, so there's nothing you can do to fight that, okay? Also, Pat's already told me he's never going to marry you now since you tried to steal him away from my arms. So this isn't all just you saying that I'm the one who was trying to steal Pat from you? He himself is lying about what happened to paint me is the problem. This is just like that time you threw yourself down the stairs and then started blaming me for pushing you, even though I was in the kitchen on the first floor of our house. But you did push me, and I'll have you know that I sprained my ankle really badly because of that. And that's on you for being a complete imbecile and falling down the stairs. You were just lucky that Mom and Dad weren't home to see it, making them believe you when you showed them the sprain and blamed me. There were already some red flags being raised after both Mom and Dad believed what you were saying over me when you had no evidence. But are you kidding me? Now you've gotten Pat playing along with your lies and are blaming me once again for something I have never done? Well, I also told him about what you did to me then as well, and he told me he never thought of you as such a bully, and that's why he ended up falling in love with me. And now that he loves me so much that he wants to marry me, he's never going to doubt that moment again, and will always play along with my lies. See, now that you've even heard it from me, you get it, right? You don't have any friends in this family anymore, so hurry up and get out of Mom and Dad's house for me. Make sure to never come back around us again. All right then, I guess this is it for me then. I'm changing my plans. I'm going to leave this house today. Thank God. After seeing how you've acted, even now while we've texted, I finally understand it all. Everyone in this house will only believe what you tell them, no matter how frickin' insane and baseless it is. Which must mean that both Mom and Dad are completely nuts. Huh? What the heck did you just say? Are you stupid? I don't really care anymore about what I say. I'm already on my way out of this house now, so I feel that I can say whatever I want about you guys because I'll never see any one of you again, right? I'm going to start packing all my things up now, so leave me alone. Hey, you still aren't out of the house yet? I've just finished up talking with a realtor about signing a lease for an apartment and planning out how I'm going to move all my things there. Well, who cares about that? All of the things you have are worthless to the rest of us, so they can just all go in the trash. Just throw it all in the back of your car or something and get lost. Anything you can't fit, we'll gladly throw away for you. You're right, actually. I'm only gathering the most valuable things to me, and the rest I'll be getting rid of. But it's not like I have much left anyway, because there was always someone going into my room and always stealing my things from me without ever asking. Huh? I never stole any of those things, though. I was just taking them from you. It's your fault for always buying such nice clothing and bags and jewelry that would look way better on a beauty like me. I only said someone was stealing all of my things, Lacey. I never said that it was you that was doing all of it. What? I see. So you really have been the one stealing all my things then. What the hell? You're being a total witch. Just get out of this house already. And I'm on my way out of here right now. Is that right? Well, thank frickin' God for that. Now the final piece of annoying garbage is out of my sight. That's right. I've been blocked by Pat already, so I have something I'd like for you to relay to him. What is it? Tell him that if I don't get my $3,000 back from him that I lent him by the middle of this month, I'm going to have a problem. Huh? $3,000? He already knows where to send the money to, so all you have to do is tell him that and he'll be able to handle the rest. If he doesn't know what to do, then tell him to unblock me so that he and I can talk about this like adults, and I can explain to him again what needs to happen. What are you going on about? You're telling me that the Pat I'm engaged to, the one who happens to work for a very large company and makes lots of money there, had to borrow money from some loser like you? No freaking way that's a thing. There happens to be an IOU that we both signed proving this is true, though. No way, no way, no way. If you don't want to believe me, then that's totally fine. I just want you to go ahead and tell him all of this for me. If you'd like to hear the reason for why he had to borrow money from me in the first place, then go and ask him about it. There is just no way any of that is true. Can you please quit trying to make me laugh at this stupid joke of yours? I'm not going back to that house anymore, just so you know. So this is goodbye forever then. Petra, I have some super happy news for you. I was just proposed to by Pat. And of course, we all know what my answer was, right? It was a yes. We were on an evening walk out at the city center park, and there he got down on one knee, whipped out a beautiful ring, and asked for me to be his wife. It was the most romantic setting for me, and I just couldn't help but come to you with this amazing news. Is that so? Congratulations. And when it comes to our wedding, Pat has told me that at the very least, it's going to cost $50,000. Really? I never expected that you both would be putting $50,000 toward a wedding. I'm sure you are oh so jealous of me right now. I'm wondering how you're going to come across that kind of money. Huh? Listen here, miss. Just because someone like Pat had to borrow a measly $3,000 from you before doesn't mean you get to start acting like he doesn't have the money for this wedding. Would you please stop it with that now? After I went to him about all that, he said he paid you right back in 2 days. Ah, you're talking about that. I'm very thankful that you were able to go to him and relay what I wanted you to say without screwing it all up or forgetting about it. Thank you. He told me that during that phase, he was just asking you for a little money to help him cover some simple costs. And that's the only reason he asked for that small amount from you. So don't get such a big head over that instance. That's not what I was planning for you to think when I thought about your guys' financial situation. So, was the only reason for you coming back to me after months of no communication whatsoever just for you to brag to me about how you were able to say yes to his proposal? Huh? I'm just thinking that none of this has to do with you wanting to invite me to that wedding or anything you just spoke of. Of course I'm going to invite you to it. I wasn't just going to start the conversation with me telling you the date and location of the wedding. I had to lead into that by telling you what good news I had and about how the wedding will be. You don't have to tell me about all of that stuff, all right? I don't plan on coming anyway. We'll see about that. So is that all you wanted from me then? Huh? I really want to get back to work now. Wait, today is a holiday, you idiot. You think I'm going to believe that you still have to work? You must really be in need of money right now if you're having to work during a holiday. I happened to change my career, and that ended up with me having to change my schedule around, where I only have to work on the weekends and sometimes on holidays and during the week. What? You changed your job? And because of me changing my career and job, I am now making a whole lot more money than I was before. What? Really? So? Huh? I don't think you have anything else to say to me then, so I'll be getting back to work now. Petra? Petra, please! What the heck do you want from me? I'm in the middle of some very important work, okay? I need some money from you as a celebration for my wedding. Huh? Is your wedding coming up really soon then? It'll be next week on Sunday. So please give me some money to celebrate my marriage. I'm sure you can give me $50,000, right? Excuse me? Are you being serious right now? You want me to give you $50,000 as a present? You're my older sister, right? I think with you as my older sister, you should be more than happy to fork that kind of money over to me as a present for my special day. Come on now, Lacey. Just tell me what's really going on with you now. I know that you can't pay for your wedding now, and you want my money to pay for it. You guys don't have any money, right? You've only ever worked as a part-timer for a couple of stores and only ever brought in a couple $100s per month, right? So there was never enough income for you to save any of it. That's why, for a little while, you've had mom and dad giving you an allowance in order to have a little bit more money, right? And since you got those two to jump on your bandwagon and hand you money like that all the time, they now don't have any money for themselves to support them as they both try and retire happily. When it comes to Pat, he's working for a very large company, but only as a temporary employee, right? You knew about that? Well, you have to understand that I was really planning to marry that man at one point. And now the reason for why you are freaking out so much right now is because you happened to find out that the man you want to marry is making less than a full-time employee there, and that's really shocked you to your core. Do you know why I had to lend him $3,000 before? That's because while in between jobs, he didn't have the money to pay rent and for food, so I said he could borrow from me as long as he paid me back. And when he paid all that back to me in one payment, he must have borrowed money from somewhere else to make that work, right? He may have said something about that before to me. So when it comes to you having to pay for that wedding, you must have thought he was going to be the one paying for all of it, right? And as for Pat, he thought that since you were always getting money from mom and dad, that it would be the same case here and that they'd pay for your wedding. Am I right about all this? But I had thought that Pat was full-time, long-term employee for that company, so I assumed he could afford everything. And by the way, why the hell do you know about all of this, Petra? I never knew a thing about any of this before, yet you knew all along? He and I have talked about all of this before when we were dating, and we both have friends that I'm able to hear things from. Also, when it came to him proposing to me and the two of us becoming engaged, he promised to me that he would get a full-time, long-term job by the time we got married. But that was all before you came in and stole him from me. If you knew about all of this, then why didn't you tell me? I only stole him from you because I thought he'd be making all this money and I'd never have to work a day in my life again. This is a scam. You scammed me. He's not at all what you advertised to me. He's not even rich enough to pay for a simple wedding to celebrate our marriage. You thought I had any reason to tell you any of that? Huh? The fact that you both didn't talk about all of this before talking about marriage is on you two. Had you actually sat down with him and talked finances and work, he might have told you more about who he really is and what state his bank accounts are in. Also, you were the one that chose to steal him from me, so I just assumed you knew about the kind of trash he is. So why tell you something when you should have already known? But also, just after that, you started to blame me for being the one to try and steal him from you before you ran out of the house to him. So I had no way to tell you who he was even. But listen! And just know that I am not going to give you $50,000 as a present, all right? What? I'm sorry, but I'm not that rich where I could just whip that kind of money out and give it to someone who isn't deserving of it. Well, I'm asking you to please do something. This has already caused a lot of problems, and so the wedding is being canceled. But the wedding planner has told me I have between now and next weekend to pay them back the cancellation fee, and I don't have the money to do that. Please just give me whatever money you have right now, Petra. Your cute little sister is in a really tough place right now. You're my older sister. After that, Lacey, Pat, and both of my parents started to call my phone over and over and over. And not just calls, but a bunch of text messages and things like that as well started to come. Lacey would tell me every time that she had no money and then would say horrible things to me. Pat would tell me that he has no money and then ask for the both of us to get back together again. Both my parents would tell me they have no money and that they wanted me to come back home to live with them. I get that I was able to find a better paying job and all, but I do not make the kind of money where I can pay for all these freaks. Anyway, all those calls and texts from me was driving me up the wall. So I went and changed my phone number. When talking to a person I know who lives in the house next to them, they told me that the whole story about how Lacey had really stolen Pat from me slipped out. And then all of their friends and family began to stop talking to them. And I guess that meant I was the only person left for them to rely on. When it came to that wedding's cancellation fee, it turns out that they were able to settle it by paying it off in half-year increments. But even with that, my parents had to end up selling their house. And then they all moved out of their house to a smaller apartment where they would fight one another all the time and cause all kinds of noise complaints. It'll only be a matter of time before they get kicked out of the apartment and are forced to live on the street.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Gilda, I went by your house today and it smelled like curry. It smelled delicious. Could I have some to give to my family? But our house is on the 7th floor of an apartment. Did you come all the way to the front door or something? Come now, there's no need to worry about the details. You see, everyone in my family loves curry, so we'd like to take it from you. Come on, Gilda, you know how we're struggling financially and have 3 kids to feed, right? Couldn't you be kind enough to just give us some food? Huh? Wow, so this is one of your sudden requests again. Everyone in my family likes curry as well, and I only made enough for the 4 of us, so I won't be giving any to you. I sympathize with your struggles, but I simply don't feel the need to give you our food. If you and your family are truly struggling, as you say, then why don't you apply for financial aid? But why would I apply for financial aid if you could just give it to me yourself? I mean, you say you don't feel the need, but in reality, you're just too selfish to help us out, aren't you? Besides, isn't it only natural for you to make curry for everyone in my family as well? What? Well, I guess you could call me selfish for not helping you out, but to be honest, we aren't really that close, Sophia. And I'm no saint that goes around helping the needy either. And no, it isn't natural for me to make curry for your family as well, since we barely even know each other. Do you text the other mothers like this all the time, too? Aw, don't say that, Gilda. We're friends, aren't we? And no, I don't ask the other mothers for favors like this because I know you're the only one who's kind enough to actually help me. I mean, I'm always nice enough to ask for your curry, Gilda. Why do you always just turn me down? Seriously, don't you feel even a little bit guilty wasting my kindness like this? Yeah, but I've never even thought to myself that I'd like it if you received my curry. We're not friends, Sophia. Don't call me that. I mean, you're not really being kind to us anyway, since what you're doing is actually just bothering us by asking for our stuff. This is food I made for my family, so I won't give it to you. What? What are you trying to say, Gilda? I'm trying to say that I'm not going to give you a single spoonful of curry. If I had known it would come to this, I would have never entertained you by giving you some of our food last week. What did you just say to me? To think that I was nice enough to visit you guys at your apartment. I'm only trying to be a good neighbor, you know. All right, I'll consider this as just one of your pranks again. A prank? This isn't a prank, Gilda. I'm being 100% serious. If you're not a selfish bitch that only thinks about herself, then give me some of that curry you made. Yeah, call me whatever you want. What makes you think I'd care? Anyways, I still have some housework I need to take care of, so bye. Hey, hold on! But if you don't give us some of your curry, then my family will have nothing to eat for dinner. Seriously, Gilda, if we starve, it's going to be your fault. Just give us your curry so you won't have to feel guilty anymore. Hey, Gilda, what's with the car? Huh? What do you mean the car? The car that was parked in the parking lot? Oh my god, I am so jealous of you. If you're talking about my car, then I've been using it for about half a year now. What do you mean you're jealous? It's just a regular car made in the country. My, to think that you would call a car like that regular? That must mean that you were secretly rich, right? I mean, a car like this probably cost at least 100 million euros, right? Jesus, Gilda. What does your husband even do for a living? And why do you guys live in such a regular apartment if you've got so much money? What? I have no idea what you're talking about, Sophia. I mean, you live in a regular 3DK apartment, so I was just almost fooled into thinking that you guys were just an average household. I get it. You're the kind of person who doesn't care much about food or housing and just uses all their money on cars, right? Not really, but I'm pretty sure that our household income is pretty average, actually. In fact, due to the recent inflation, we've been forced to be tight with money recently. We definitely don't have enough money to buy a car worth 1 million euros, if that's what you wanted to ask. It's no use trying to hide that you're rich, because I already know. And now that I've seen that amazing car, it's your duty as a celebrity mother to support me and my family who are suffering, because we have 3 children, even though my husband doesn't earn that much money. You don't have any excuse not to give me stuff anymore, Gilda. If you don't, you'll truly just be a selfish bitch, and I'll tell all the other mothers about it. I already told you, my family is neither rich nor famous. So I'm afraid we won't be able to help you. And I don't care if you call me selfish or whatever, but it's just the way of the world. People prioritize themselves and their family above everything else, and we're no different. Besides, I don't want to be called selfish by someone who always asks for stuff but never gives anything in return. What are you talking about? What do you mean you're neither rich nor famous? I mean, your husband earns enough money for you to be able to be a housewife, right? That alone is enough to show that someone is rich in this day and age. I'm not a housewife. I just work from home. Oh, so that means that not only does your husband earn a lot of money, but you earn money yourself as well. That must mean that you have a ton of money then. You must do some high-class job yourself, right? I know you must be an investor or something. Wow, I never knew you were so talented, Gilda. No, I'm not an investor. I'm just a regular employee who works for the planning department at B Corporations. My husband is also just a regular office worker who earns a regular salary. Will you please stop making all these assumptions? None of them are true. I already told you, Gilda. I know you're lying because there's no way someone with a regular salary would be able to afford a car like that. Give me that car of yours. Huh? So this is what you wanted from the start, huh? If you're that rich, then you could just buy another one, right? So give it to me. My family clearly needs it more than you. Do you know how much a luxury car would help a struggling family with 3 children? A lot. I mean, we definitely wouldn't be struggling anymore. I'm afraid I won't be able to do that. That's the only car our family owns. And for the last time, we don't earn enough money to be able to just buy another car. Fine, then just let me drive it first. I'll decide then whether I'll take it from you or not. I won't give it to you, and I won't let you drive it either. Who knows what you might do? You might try to run away with it or get into an accident or something. Aw, please. It's fine if you just let me drive it a bit, right? Come on, Gilda, what harm would it do? No, it's not lending the car itself that's the problem here, but the fact that I'm going to be lending it to you, who, if we're being honest, I have zero trust with. Jesus, Gilda, you're going to hurt my feelings with words like that. I thought we were friends. If we really are friends, then just let me drive your car for a bit. I want to drive it, I want to drive it, I want to drive it. You're so stubborn. For the last time, I am not going to let you drive it. Bye. Huh? You're so stingy, Gilda. Fine. I'll just do something about it myself. I still really want to drive that car. So I thought to myself, so I went to the parking lot and, oh my God, the keys to the car were left on the hood. This means I can drive it, right? Yes, I knew you were my friend, Gilda. You always deny it, but I know you're just the kind of person that isn't very open about their own feelings. You're so cute letting me know I can drive the car in this fashion. I mean, seriously. You tell me that you won't let me drive it, but one day you change your mind and leave the keys on the hood, and you don't tell me anything because you're too shy to do so. Anyways, thanks for changing your mind about me driving the car, Gilda. I'll take it out for a ride right now. Huh? Sophia? You're going to take our car out for a drive? What are you talking about? But I'm currently driving the car on my way to the supermarket. Stop with these jokes, please. They aren't funny. I'm going to tell you one more time, I'm not going to let you drive our car, and I'm definitely not going to give or lend it to you either. Seriously, where do you come up with all this nonsense? Oh, my, looks like I got a text from Gilda while I was driving. Huh? What do you mean you're driving your car and are on your way to the supermarket? But I'm driving your car right now, so there's no point in trying to lie. Oh, I get it. You're still too embarrassed that you changed your mind and are actually going to let me drive your car, which is why you're still denying it like this, right? It's all right, Gilda. I forgive you for being mean towards me at the start. We're best friends forever, after all. To tell you the truth, I thought that driving this car was difficult at first, but once you get used to it, it's actually all right. I got the opportunity to take your car out for at least a test drive, so I decided to go somewhere far away, and now I'm on the highway. It feels so good speeding down the highway in your luxury car, Gilda. Sophia, what? You're on the highway? Don't tell me, but are you actually driving right now? Yep. Well, not exactly right now, because that would be dangerous, right? I'm currently at a road stop taking a break, though. It feels so good going vroom vroom and going full speed in this car. But I'm trying to tell you that I used our car to go to the supermarket. I already parked it in our parking lot, but I can see it from our balcony. I'm pretty sure it's still there. I'm afraid that yet again, I don't know what you're talking about, Sophia. Yeah. It's getting kind of old, Gilda. Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you. The car was scratched a bit, but don't you dare complain about something as little as this, all right? Today's a test drive, after all. Make sure you have it repaired before I come and take it from you, all right? Sophia, can you still text right now? Yep, I'm still taking a break at the road sign. I'm planning on heading out soon. What is it? You said that you were driving a luxury car, right? The one with the golden number plate and the silver car frame? Yep. Why are you asking me that? This is your car, isn't it? You're weird, Gilda. I want you to stay calm and listen to me right now. Our family doesn't own any such luxury car. We only own a regular 4-seater. What? Yep, my car is a white car made by Nissan, and it was bought secondhand as well. What? But that was your previous car, wasn't it? I saw you leaving the parking lot driving a car like that before. It's the second closest one to the entrance, right? Yeah, I do park it at the second closest lot to the entrance. There, you see? But there's a similar parking lot 1 block down from the one I always use. I went to the balcony earlier to check if my car was still there and saw that there was a crowd gathering at this other parking lot. Could it be? I thought to myself and went to see what was happening. Wait, is it the case that... Yes, it is. You went to the wrong parking lot, Sophia, and mistook the luxury car parked at the lot second closest to the entrance for mine. Then you got in the car without the owner's permission and took it for a ride. I think this is what happened. No way! You've got to be kidding, right? There's no point in me making jokes at a situation like this. Then who is the owner of this luxury car? Yep, I think that's where you screwed up the worst. Who is it? Have you heard of Anton? Is that the crazy guy who's suspected of having ties with the criminal underworld? Correct. What? Then I'm in big trouble, right? Please, Gilda, I'll come back immediately and return the car without anyone noticing, so don't tell anyone that I took the car out for a drive. I told you earlier that there was a crowd at the parking lot, right? It means that Anton himself is there, and there's a commotion because he's screaming about how his car got stolen. No way. Apparently, there were eyewitnesses to you stealing the car and taking it out for a drive, so there's no point trying to hide anymore. Steal? I didn't steal it. There's no point trying to run away either, so you should just come back immediately and return the car, or contact the authorities right away. Gilda! What should I do? I got into an accident. I was panicking the whole time I was driving home, and I'm fine, but the car's been flattened. What should I do? Seriously, what should I do? I'm fucked now, aren't I? Gilda, please give me 1 million euros. I need to pay for the car that I broke. I mean, this is all your fault for not telling me that wasn't your car sooner, so you need to do something about this. Please, at least just read my messages. Apparently, if I don't give him 1 million euros by 3 days, he's going to do something terrible to me. I have no choice but to ask you, the one who's responsible for this mess, to give me the money. If you feel bad about getting me into this mess, then hurry up and give me the 1 million euros. He says I need to give it to him by sunset on Saturday. Gilda, where's the 1 million euros? Oh shit, the sun's about to set. My husband gave me divorce papers and went into hiding with our children, so I can't rely on them anymore. Are you going to tell me that you don't care what happens to me? Are you just going to throw me away, the friend you were kind enough to lend a car to once? Shit, the sun has set. Anton is here with a bunch of muscular men. Please, I need 1 million euros in cash right now. We're currently behind the parking lot his car used to be parked in. Come here quick. If you're not going to give me the cash, then at least come here so you can be taken away instead of me, please. He told me that if I couldn't pay the 1 million euros, then he's going to make me work for him for the rest of my life. He says that probably won't even be worth half of what I owed him. Please, Gilda, I think he plans on selling me to slavery or something. I could already see Sophia telling everyone that it was my fault she broke Anton's car, so I decided to be one step ahead of her and tell Anton how she must have thought his car was my car because our cars are parked in the same spaces, but in different parking lots. But thankfully, he seemed to be a sane man and said it's her fault for trying to take someone else's car in the first place, and told me that this was in no way my fault. By the way, it seems that Anton went to Sophia's husband and told him that he would let him and his kids go on the condition that he divorced Sophia. He didn't need to tell Sophia's husband twice. And he finished the necessary paperwork required for his kids to change schools and for them to move somewhere far away at the speed of light. Sophia's parents had cut ties with her years ago, and so now that her family left her, she was completely alone with no one she could rely on. I don't know if the rumors about Anton having ties to the criminal underworld are true or not, but it's true that Sophia suddenly disappeared the day after she was supposed to give him the money. No one dares question what happened to her after that, and there hasn't been a word from her ever since.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.